For 115 bucks, this is an incredible daily trainer that can span multiple different. Here we are, 5 runs straight in the new Hoka Rincon 3, giving you guys my thoughts on this shoe. I have, as always, 5 straight runs, Monday through Friday. Got it in with the new Hoka Rincon 3. I wanted to make sure that I got this in for you guys to be able to understand how does it feel on a runner's foot, going through a bunch of different paces. So the workouts that I got in this shoe was 5 different runs ranging from easy pace, which is around mid 8 minutes for me, up to a threshold interval workout 5 times 2 miles, and those range anywhere from 5:50 to right around 6-minute pace. If you want, there's a link to the workout right above for you to click that video and take a look. But we're gonna dive right in. I'm just gonna go over the high level information as well as, to me, what were the big takeaways from the shoe. So number one, it's only 5mm drop, but this thing weighs just 7.7 ounces. Like their other Hoka Rincons, Rincon 2 weighed 7.7, so that's nothing new. But when my first impression of putting this thing on was, this thing is impossibly light for the size of it, or for the size of the cushioning that you have going on. And so my first impression was, man, this thing is crazy light. But my second impression was, with it being that light, how's this thing gonna hold up? And so those were my first 2 impressions that I put on. First couple runs were on an easy run, and as I continued to get through the easy runs and stuff, I forgot that it was a new shoe on my foot. And where I really forgot that I had a new shoe on my foot was when I got into my faster paces. And that was the 5 times 2 miles. And one of my first things I thought when I put this thing on for those faster paces, which is normally done in the Asics Novablast for me, was how much lighter it was on my foot. And it was easy for me to stay up on my toe, and it had a really, really nice toe off. Now this is just the generic EVA midsole that Hoka has. It's not their Vaperfly midsole like that's on their more higher end shoes. So like your Mach 4s, your Carbon X's, and the Rocket X. And so it doesn't have that like pop that those have, or like the FF Blast from Novablast that I'm used to, but it was really easy for me to stay up on my toes, get the toe off that I needed on these faster paces. And yeah, like throughout the entire workout, it was fully focused in on the run and not thinking about these shoes that I was doing my first tempo run in, which is exactly what you want to happen. So that is definitely one of the pros. Another pro is this upper is extremely comfortable and extremely breathable for my foot. So we had pretty warm temperatures over the duration of this week, and I did not feel like my foot was hot. I didn't feel like there was any issues going on, no rubbing in weird spots, and nothing that spoke to me that there was any issues. And it was extremely comfortable. You do have a pretty stout heel counter going on, but when you put your hands and feel through this mesh that they have, it's really thin and really breathable, which was something that was really awesome. The other thing is no heel slipping. For me, I'm a 4-foot runner, and so I notice heel slipping quite a bit in shoes when I can't get the lockdown of the laces in good, and I had no heel slipping going on in this shoe, which is extremely positive to have from that. Now, there were a couple things that kind of got me concerned. I already spoke on one. Is number one is how durable is this shoe going to be? But as you can see here, get it up nice and close for you to be able to see, is there is some wear on the exposed midsole. And my initial thought was, if you are a midfoot or a heel striker when running, I can see this shoe breaking down a lot faster than if you're a majority forefoot striker like I am and having a lot less wear in that space. So it's going to be interesting. If I had to put a prediction and guess on this, I think it's going to go about 300 miles. Again, you're going to see a lot of the wear through the midsole, but just because it looks worn doesn't mean that the performance has dropped. So keep that in mind. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing like a 200+ mile, just kind of re-review on that. So that's concern number one for me, is how long is this shoe gonna last? Concern number two is actually the tongue. So it's a non-gusseted tongue, so it's only held down on the bottom. And I've run in quite a few Hokas, but for some reason this specific tongue wanted to slip down a little bit, but only on my easy runs. And that very well could have been my lacing, so I'm going to own up to the part that could be my side of it. But the tongue would slip down a little bit throughout the runs, and at the very end of the run, I could feel it bunched up a little bit down by the tops of my toes. And so I would just give it a quick pull back up, and then it wouldn't be an issue. But again, that could come down to my lacing. But my thoughts on the Hoka Rincon 3 is, for 115 bucks, this is an incredible daily trainer that can span multiple different workouts. I mean, I did my easy run all the way up to what would be considered a track workout, 5 times 2 miles out on the roads, and this thing felt great. My feet felt great. There was no weird hot spots on my foot. And so if you are a 1 or 2 shoe person for a shoe rotation, I highly recommend this shoe. It was a phenomenal ride, and like I said, if this thing lasts 300+ miles for 115 bucks, you cannot go wrong with this shoe. So stay tuned for the upcoming miles. I've already got another 13-mile run plan on this, so we'll be jumping up over 100 in these shoes pretty quickly, probably in the next week. So the review will be coming quick. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, brand new Hoka Rincon 3 just launched, I think, a week or so ago. Look forward to hearing your guys' comments. Let me know how they're working for you, and we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.